I thought I'd do another video. I know it's been a while since I uploaded. I did my Rabbit Fest review. It was very, very exciting. It's my first proper video. I know I'm not great at editing. I know the editing was a little bit whatever. I'm going to put my face on. I've got my makeup bag at the ready. And I thought I'd just chat a bit about what's been going on. I had an excellent video planned for December. I had planned to go and get some new piercings, and I had to cancel it. I can't remember why it was cancelled the first time, but I replanned it all for the middle of December. Backstory, as you've probably seen from my shorts, I've had stomach problems forever. I've always had IBS. It's very annoying. 4 years ago, I quit drinking. Now, when I first stopped drinking, I knew that I'd have some weight loss because that's just how it works. And so it was more than I was expecting happened. And I also had really bad pain in my stomach. It was horrific. Like, I ended up going to the hospital. They did an ultrasound scan and sent me home, not knowing what was wrong. So this not stabbing, it was more like, I don't know, it was the worst pain ever. I've had it a couple of times. I started being sick from certain foods that I really enjoyed in the past. Gone from a UK size 20 to 22 to a 14 to 16 in about the space of a year or two. Probably closer to a year. And obviously I was a bit like, what's going on? I was under gastro hospital and they didn't work out what was going wrong. So fast forward to the 1st of December, I was having really bad pains in my stomach that night and I couldn't figure out what was going wrong and I didn't want to faff about. This was about 11 at night and I thought, I'm going to try and sleep it off, see if it passes, because it usually does. It got to about 6 in the morning. My husband had gone to sleep downstairs because any movement in the bed was painful, so he went downstairs. I had the bed to myself. Now, I do have hearing loss, so making phone calls is a bit of a pain. I went downstairs and asked them, right, hey, can you help with this phone call? And they said they could send a non-urgent ambulance to take me to A&E, but it would be up to 24 hours because they're they had a lot of emergencies, so a lot of the transport was delayed. So I ended up calling my dad, who luckily was in the country and came and picked me up, took me over. I was just expecting them to do another scan, say, oh, we don't know what's wrong, contact the other hospital where you're under gastro, see what's going on. Didn't happen. They poked my stomach and I screamed, which isn't like me. I do have chronic pain, so I'm quite good at like hiding pain and managing through pain, so it was quite a shock to be in that much pain and not be able to just look like this. It was really intense. I don't have my own wheelchair because I thought I'd be seen. I had my walking stick and that was it, and my handbag. I thought, oh, they're just going to send me home in a bit. They did not. They sent me to another ward. I actually ended up on a private ward because they were the only ones that had the capacity. However, the first day, oh my God, they must have thought I was like playing up things because I looked okay. I was a bit sort of dry heaving and like trying not to cry and stuff, but apparently they didn't know. They thought it might be gallstones, which it isn't. So they did another ultrasound after a couple of hours. I was sat on a very uncomfortable hospital porter wheelchair and then on the normal chairs. I couldn't get comfy. I was in pain. My fibromyalgia was flaring up really badly. And yeah, it was a really rough day. So the ultrasound came out normal, the blood test all came out normal. They sent me in for a CT scan, which, oh my God. CT scan, oh my God. The lady came to do like basically just to warn me and say, by the way, they're going to inject something in your in the cannula thingy-mabob. So she said, oh, it will feel like really hot on the top of your head and then you're going to feel like you've wet your pants. What? And she's like, I promise you haven't, but you will feel like it. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I go in, and I swear to God, they put you through this donut. I didn't know. There's a little thing that's like, hold your breath. What? So I had to hold my breath. I went in, I went out. Fine. And then he injected the thing, and I'm laying there, and literally it felt like somebody had cracked an egg on my head. It was like, bleh, really gross, really warm. And then I immediately crossed my legs because I thought I'd wet my pants. It was hilarious. I started laughing. I looked at the lady behind the glass and she was smiling at me like, told ya. very weird feeling. Yeah, turns out I had appendicitis. Quite funny actually, the attitude from everyone on the ward changed pretty swiftly. As soon as they said, oh, it's appendicitis, you need emergency surgery, you're going to go in first thing in the morning, because I found out 10 o'clock at night. Suddenly they're like, oh, do you need any extra pain relief, we're going to get you in a bed and all that, and I'm like, I'm literally in just as much pain as I was when I first got here, why are you now caring? But I think they thought I was just looking for some kind of meds or something, because unfortunately that is something that they seem to think when it comes to fibromyalgia and chronic pain. Which is funny because I made a very clear point, I only have one medication for the fibromyalgia. They put me in a bed, in a private room, my own walls, I had my private bathroom, it was quite fancy, it was nice for the first night. So that was about 10 o'clock at night. I got in 6 in the morning, I hadn't eaten since the day before. So my dad, luckily, lives about 5 minutes from the hospital. He came back to my house, which is about just under an hour from the hospital. Came to get me my overnight bag. He comes back with my overnight bag, my manual wheelchair, just because it's easier to transport. I can't propel myself far, but I can get, you know, foot down a hallway. So it was a little bit more independence. And a pizza. It was the best pizza I'd had in my life, because I hadn't eaten in like over 24 hours at this point, so that was really nice. I get woken up at about 6 in the morning. I'm not an early morning girl. They come and wake me up first thing in the morning. It's so early, and they're like, okay, you need to change into this hospital gown, you need to do this and that and this and that, because we're going to get you into surgery as soon as possible. So anyway, they got me over to the other ward, said like, oh, we'll be with you as soon as possible to get you into surgery. 7 in the morning at this point. That didn't happen. We had emergency after emergency after emergency. So they came to get me at about 2 or 3. And they'd wheeled me to the door off the ward, and the surgeon poked her head around and was like, nope. I'm imagining there was a pretty bad emergency had come in, because they took me back and ran off. It's not the end of the world. It was frustrating for me because I just wanted to get it done and go home. I was so done being in that hospital at this point. These things do happen. Not the end of the world. I went in the end at about 4. I ended up getting out of surgery at about 6:30, 7ish. In a lot of pain. They were injecting all sorts into my little hand doohickey. It was rough. Like I mentioned, I've been sterilised, so I've had laparoscopy, I can't say it. They put the mini clips on the tubes. So that, I mean, the surgery, like waking up from the surgery, I felt a little bit groggy, but like no actual pain. This, oh my God, gone in at the top of my stomach, along my belly button, that line. The sterilisation, it was like under my muffin top, which was great because you can't see those scars, you can see these new ones. Great. Woke up, I'm in agony, and my blood pressure was really low. It was like the bigger number at the bottom was under 100, and they said, oh, I have to reach 100. I'm there desperate to get off of the recovery ward and into the actual ward so I can get dressed and go home. But because my blood pressure was so low, they wouldn't let me, they wouldn't keep me in overnight. I'm there panicking, I'm just like, I just want to see my dad before like the visiting hours are over, which is at 8 p.m. Gone to the ward about 8:15, and my dad was sitting in the hallway waiting. They let him in, that was really nice. They let him stay for a little bit as well, which was good. But oh my God, I wanted to go home. I'm just like, guys, hurry up, let me go home. The next day, they kept coming in to check my blood pressure, and they're like, oh yeah, it's still too low, it's still too low. Now I have had a bit of a hoopla with my blood pressure. I don't even know how long, probably like a decade at this point. It's been a while. Every time I get dizzy and lightheaded, my trick has been to, which the doctor did suggest by the way, so I'm not just being a menace. They said, oh, when that happens, increase your caffeine intake. So I'm just like, all right, I like Monster. They were like, you're not going home yet. My mum came to visit for a bit. I had one of my lovely friends come and visit for a bit. He came bearing Monster as well, which was amazing. At this point, it's like 6 o'clock. They were like, okay, let's do your blood. Because he did the blood pressure and it was low. I was like, hang on, chug this entire Monster. Well, not all of it, I think like 2/3 of it left. And then did it again and he was like, oh, better. And I was like, awesome. All right, can I have a coffee? So he thought, have a coffee. Get that done. And eventually they were like, you're cleared to go. It was a bit of waiting, unfortunately, after they'd already cleared me to go, because I was eventually freed and it was amazing. And I never want to go back. And then the recovery was about 2 weeks of hell. I think it was more like 3 weeks. It was really rough. When I had my sterilisation, I actually documented a fair bit of that and my recovery on my TikTok. So I was in bed the first day. The second day it was a bit difficult to bend or anything, but by day 3, my second full day home, I was able to sort of squat down enough to pick up my dog's tennis ball and throw it for him. It was hard, I only got like 2 throws, but I was fine. But this time, I was stuck in bed, like really struggling even to walk to the bathroom, which was literally opposite my bedroom door. Yeah, it was very, very difficult. Painful recovery. And then like once the actual wounds themselves are healed and the inside was painful. So yeah, that is why I haven't been uploading. I actually forgot to put in here, since having the surgery, which was to remove my appendix, which I also didn't specify, I haven't had the stomach problems that I was having. I'm able to eat most of the foods that I haven't been able to eat for the last 4 years. I haven't been sick from any foods. My reflux is basically gone. I've got no stomach pains. Everything's pretty much back to normal, and normal for me is just, yeah, your run-of-the-mill basic IVF. After that happened, my mother-in-law ended up in hospital. She's fine, she's alright. That was very stressful. It's always stressful when a family member's in hospital, and it was like over Christmas time as well. My sister-in-law came to stay with us for a bit. They're not very far away, but she came to stay with us. And then Christmas Day, my mum was still in hospital, so she actually came with us to my mum's house. I used to go to my mum's for Christmas Day. So we got over Christmas and New Year. And then New Year's Eve, I was chatting to my friend who finishing chemo. In a couple of days is last session for now, and then they find out what's going on next or whatever. She has the most beautiful, long, wavy hair. And I had very long hair, long, thick, wavy hair. And I was upset about him losing his hair, and I think he was a little bit worried about it as well. And then I just thought, you know what, it's just hair. So I shaved mine off. I have given him creative control. I have a bit of a checkerboard pattern on my head still, waiting for that to get out of the way. It shouldn't be long until it starts growing through normally again. He is going to have creative controls, like dyeing it or shaving patterns into it. If he does lose his hair, I'm going to keep it shaved as long as his is short, and then I'll start growing it back when his starts growing back, basically. He's handling it exactly as I expected him to handle it. This friend has a very dark sense of humour. He's handling it exactly as I thought he would. Really proud of him for that. I'm upset, obviously, overall about it, because, you know, cancer sucks. Just crap knowing that my friends are like uncomfortable. Chemo's rough from the sounds of it. All of that's been going on. And then you add to that the fact that we at Moshville Radio have been so hard at work, non-friggin' stop, planning for the Moshville Radio Awards. Oh my God, it's been non-stop. I cannot wait. So much in the making. If you are in the UK, especially near Reading, and there's something to do on the 1st of February, I'll check in the description. I've got Stone Soup, Void Walker, Gutlocker, Thrasher Wolf and Waterlines playing. We've got 12 awards to hand out, so it's going to be good. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will be coming for the actual event itself, but coming back for the dog. But yeah, that's in Reading on the 1st of February. Doors are at 5. And then there's an after party after the award ceremony is over. Then I think tickets in advance are about a tenner. I think it's £10.40 or £10.60 or something. It's also raising money for a homeless charity called Shelter. I will be there, obviously the Moshville lot will be there, and it will be a really awesome event. But my God, it's been so tiring. We've been working morning till night. Also, the Emo Show is back. It's not a phase, Mum. It's not just emo. We call it the Emo Show because it started out as an emo specific show, just like a one-off, and then we decided to make it a weekly emo show, and it's kind of emo, pop punk, all that nostalgia, like you're thinking like 2007, 2008, you know, when Kerrang with all the roads. You had drain pipes coming out, and now they're just skinny jeans. So you had drain pipes. You could only get your alt stuff from Blue Banana. Buying all of your goth makeup at Halloween time in like the Halloween section of Superdrug and Boots. So, you know, it's very nostalgia. It's a really cool mix because, so I'm a millennial. I was born in '92, and my co-host is Gen Z. So it's really nice. You get this quite huge range of alt music, and we talk a lot of shit in between. We have started streaming it on Twitch as well, actually. I might do a sort of like behind the scenes video to check up on here at some point of that. That would be a lot of fun. Like, I've got a lot of ideas for this year. I know I had planned to just get started last year, but obviously that just all went wrong. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did watch it all the way through, you know, love you. That's another one. Millennials did the heart like this and Gen Z do it like that, and it's just so strange. We did the heart. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did, if you want to come along to the Moshville Radio Awards, I'll have that link below. I'll have the Moshville Radio linktree, basically, because that's got the Moshville Radio Awards. It's got the station link, which is where you can listen to my show 7 till 9 p.m. every Tuesday. But yeah, hopefully I'll see some of you guys at the Moshville Radio Awards. I will chuck some posters in at the end if you want to come along and you're not sure. If you know me in person, drop me a message on whatever. I will link my own linktree as well in the description, which has my personal socials. Feel free to follow me. Come join along, you know, comment with any questions, whatever. But yeah, I will chuck in some award stuff, and I'll see you guys soon.